Welcome to the Sallybrook Upper Room Bar. So as you can see, we've got a cozy setup here. It's been an awful day outside. The two options at the moment on the bar, on tap, are Budweiser and Carlsberg. Very ordinary blokes beers. So we're going to have a little look around here. Up here we have our menu. The stock is a bit skinny at the moment. Over there, of course, we've got our very sort of iconic selection of brand names, etc., etc., and a few old whiskey bottles down the corner. So that is looking very. That wasn't very gracious. Very sort of barish, let's say. But what we want to do now is crack open one of these beers and give a little review. It was a bit of a toss-up between which one to go for first, and I settled for the Carlsberg. So if we can actually see from here and get the camera to focus, I am going to be taking you through some of the basics of this very, very common lager. Yes, it is none other than Carlsberg. And I'll be giving you a little bit of information as I go through, and hopefully in the next video, or maybe even in this one, we will compare it to the notes and etc. of the Budweiser. We have a glass for the Budweiser, and we also have an appropriate glass for our Carlsberg. So in our nice little bar setting, we're going to get into this review, and we'll just take it at our own pace. So before we actually crack open that delicious old crisp can of delicious stuff, or not so, whatever your opinion happens to be, it says that the Wikipedia article gives us the fact that it is a global brewer. Obviously, I mean, sometimes it's not actually always on tap in some bars, but we certainly have it on tap here upstairs in this bar. But basically, yeah, they say it was founded as far back as 1847 by J.C. Jacobsen. The company's headquarters is located in Copenhagen, Denmark. Okay, blah blah blah. So basically, they've got various different things under their brand of Carlsberg. And what I'm trying to find here is what are the basic sort of things we get from this beer. I think one way that we'll be able to distinguish it is to compare it with other beers. So let's go ahead now then and open it up, since we know the very basics. Founded in 1847 by good old Jacobsen. It's a worldwide brewery. Headquarters is in Copenhagen. If you're stopping in Copenhagen, do go and visit that brewery. They'll probably give you a free Carlsberg. It'll probably be the best you've ever had. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to crack this one open. And if you hear a nice enough click and it's not too kind of squirting out, you know, it's not too much of a gassy beer, so I'm already impressed with the way that one opened. Very regular lager. Nothing special about this one. I wasn't sort of gotten from sort of the gift shop or any of that kind of nonsense. And obviously we might as well do this properly, so we're pouring it almost like you pour a stout, because there is that, we do get that froth coming up on the beer. This one isn't very frothy, so it'll go in there nicely without needing to be too slow. And when we've done it, it's good not to just do that. It's good to actually put it in the bin. Sorry. Okay, so cheers for that, and let's give this a little sip. That first sip, you know, it makes you feel like strumming a tune. Tell you what, it's just while it kind of slips down. Voila. Okay. Well, what I would say is it's always that first one which is the freshest, the best, and does actually give the secret to how the beer tastes, because I've heard it said that after the first sip your taste buds are already a little dulled and used to it, and that it's that first one that gives you the truth of how that thing actually tastes. It is calming, it is reassuring, it makes you think that the world's not that bad after all those alcoholic tricks that play with your brain, all those good positive buzzy feelings. It gives us all of that. It's fairly light, although it's not the lightest I've had. I mean, you could put down a good few of these especially if they're in a bottle form. You could really get through a good bit depending on what your tolerance is. But yeah, no, Carlsberg is a session beer. It's always acceptable. Someone shows up with a bottle of Carlsberg, no one's ever going to say, "Oh no, that stuff is awful. That's useless stuff." No, it's always good. It's always acceptable. Sometimes people might seem to overdo it. They'll be saying, "Not that again," but then of course everyone's entitled to his favourite beer. As for what my own favourite lager is, it's a bit of a toss-up. I do like the some of these Irish ones now. St James Gate, they produced Hop House 13. They've also I've also got into a little bit into Archway and Rockshaw. Those are very nice lagers. But sitting down for a good old Carlsberg in a Carlsberg glass is something that is very special on a rainy afternoon. Evening, let's say. We'll pretend it's evening, late evening. Oof, that is so good that we are going to have to see if the Budweiser can match that. But we have some beer to get through first. So we'll have to catch you in the next episode. But I hope you like our bar, because I like it a lot. And for any of you not drinking today, there is the option of this in our bar. It's a snuff weed. Not weed, some sort of weed, but it's smoke tobacco, I'd say. Okay, there we are. And signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. Tipsy Bartender.